There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide!
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
"17 teams stepped into Super Mega Baseball's finest development league for the chance to make their name this season. Only 4 remain. AAA's last players standing, having endured the rigors of the regular season, are poised now with a chance to achieve true glory. A Super Mega competition unlike any other, a World Series berth on the line. Get loud! This is the AAA semifinals!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of the XBL, the cross-platform baseball league. I'm Light Snack, aka Florabelle, aka your play-by-play announcer. With me on color commentary for tonight's AAA semifinals broadcast is Weaver for Prez. Weaver, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. A fine Wednesday evening here. Excited for some AAA baseball. We have the potential. I don't know if we will see it, but we have the potential for someone to punch a World Series ticket tonight. Philliesrock, should he sweep, but his challenger McDonut, no slouch. You cannot count him out.
Absolutely. And I'm just thinking here, if McDonut wants to avoid that World Series ticket being punched tonight for Philliesrock, it's going to come down to that late game. You know, he's given up so many runs towards the end. He's going to need to create a huge buffer if he's unable to really shut down Philliesrock, who exploded for 10 runs in the 9th inning of game number 2, and also came away with a walk-off win in game number 1. I mean, I'm not sure if it's Philliesrock exploding late or if it's McDonut just unable to close it out.
Yeah, and it could be a combination of both. I believe there was 2 blown saves on the side of the delivery boys in game number 1. In my opinion, it was a instant classic in the AAA. Very back and forth game. Lots of good hitting, late pitching, and late bad pitching. It's blown saves, like I said. But it was a great game. Game 2 was also kind of tight until, like you said, late in that game, an offensive explosion. Like something you don't see a whole lot. You don't really usually see 10-run innings in games between 2 hotly contested opponents like this. That's what we saw from Philly, so he kind of ran away with game 2. Now into game 3, back at Apple Field, and who knows what'll happen.
Who knows what'll happen here in game number 3. McDonut going to try to even this series up and prevent Philliesrock from moving on to the World Series. It all happens tonight. Games 3 and 4 of the AAA semifinals coming at you in just a few moments. Stay with us. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, loading into Apple Field for game number 3, where the Yucca Valley Yellowfin will have home field advantage as the number 1 seed taking on the Delivery Boys of Charlotte. First pitch is a bit high from Gloria Hurls. Called a ball, and that's how this game gets going. Second pitch in there for a strike against Spicy Jalapeno, batting .375, leading things off. Rips that one, tries to get up the middle, but a good dive there from Villarreal. Throws it to first for out number 1.
Early contact swing there from McDonut. That seems to have been a theme. He does like to sprinkle in the power swing with his big boppers in the 3 and 4 hole.
We'll see if he breaks out that power swing. Down in the count 0-2 with Anchovies, batting a whopping .517 here in the postseason for AAA. Forgot there for a moment that the AAA lobby does not change for the postseason. Gets him swinging there on that low and inside pitch. Strike 3K.
2 very quick outs for Phillies, getting McDonut swinging on a couple of pitches that I don't think we'll see him swing at a whole lot going forward. Good start for Phillies.
Evens up the count there by taking that pitch outside. You can see that power swing, as you mentioned, Weaver. Good pitch on the corner there. Brings the count to 1-2. Takes that one just a bit high. Beef favors the inside pitch. Gloria Hurls tries to get the corner. Doesn't get it. Brings the count full. Here's the payoff pitch to Beef. Strike 3 called on the outside corner.
Yeah, pretty much a dream start there. McDonut did hit that first, with the first batter pretty well. Got it into her diving glove and was out, but then a couple of just excellent at bats from Phillies on the mound. Into the bottom of the first.
And now Phillies turn to bat here, facing off against Tom Mado. That one's going to be a blooper that falls just foul down the third base line. Getting the right idea there, trying to get on base any means necessary. And we know this Yellowfin offense can do it. Gets underneath that curveball. It's lifted on the just past the infield dirt. Jalapeno gets under it, makes the catch. That's out number 1.
Yeah, but here's Salvador Patel hitting over 500 with 13 RBIs in limited action.
It'll be very interesting to see what Patel is able to do as that curveball's called a strike on the inside corner. The 1-1 reaches outside the zone on that 2-seamer. The throw to first just in time on the slow roller.
Both players perhaps a little bit antsy, swinging just a hair out of the zone. They typically have probably maybe the 2 best eyes in the AAA this season. Both players go down 1-2-3.
We get to the top of the second. It's hard not to be antsy when you're in the spotlight here in the semifinals of the AAA, one of the most premier leagues in Super Mega Baseball 3. That one, he got a hold of that one, Weaver, deep left field, and it is gone. A solo shot for the Delivery Boys. McDonut strikes first here in game number 3, going 432 feet. And who is it but Ian Sausage with his 3rd homer of the season?
Yeah, Ian Sausage, Dwayne and I selected him after looking through some stats as the in-game MVP of AAA Season 8. He dominated at the plate for the Delivery Boys. Another hard-hit ball from McDonut, but a good stop at first.
Yeah, good effort there by the third baseman. Leaps up, doesn't catch it, but is able to knock it down, falls in front of him, and is able to make the throw out with the pitcher covering first. First out of the inning, however, the Delivery Boys, with that huge solo blast from Ian Sausage, currently have a 1-0 lead in the second, but if games 1 and 2 are anything to go off of, this will not be the final score by any stretch.
Oh,
Gets a bit underneath that one, and it's going to head to right field. That's out number 2.
Yeah, it certainly will not. It was just going to be a matter of who was going to get a hold of one first, and it was Ian Sausage.
1-0 misses outside. Bell Pepper showing off a contact swing approach. That one lined into the glove of Strong at third. That's going to end the inning. Not before Ian Sausage gives the Delivery Boys a 1-0 lead. We'll see if Philliesrock can answer back with his 4, 5, 6 batters. Here's Mercy Strong batting .348 in the postseason. Gets ahead in the count 2-0 against Tom Mado, sporting a 7.2 ERA. 4-seamer in the zone, weak contact. Lifted to left field, slice, ranges over, makes the catch, out number 1.
Yeah, that was a fairly well-placed fastball, although we have seen Phillies get a hold of some fastballs that are you would traditionally think are well-placed. Maybe just warming up a little bit.
Lundra Robinson gets ahead in the count 2-0. 2-seamer over the plate, and it's hammered to left field. That's going to get down. Going to go all the way to the wall. Slice having to run for it. It's going to be extra bases. The 1-out double. A runner in scoring position here for the Yellowfin. And it's Cole Villarreal stepping up to bat. Good contact on this batter.
Yeah, that two-seamer that's still in the zone but running away, that's a pretty easy pitch to flip for a weak contact hit. Phillies does an even better job of flipping it for a hard contact hit and the double.
Guaranteeing him that extra base hit. That one's a ground out to first. Advances the runner from second to third. Brings up Orville Frigate. Takes a curveball on the inside corner, strike one. Gets him chasing that inside two-seamer. Slice picks it up, throws it to first. That's out number 3. So the Yellowfin threaten, but they do not score. McDonut up to bat, and the lineup will turn over this inning for the Delivery Boys.
Early theme here seems to be McDonut with some well-timed chase pitches that are actually working against Phillies Rock, AAA's best hitter this season.
It'll be interesting to see if the Delivery Boys can keep up that pitching approach and if that success can sustain McDonut over these 9 innings, as it's 2 pitches, 2 outs for the Delivery Boys here in the top of the third. Spicy Jalapeno up to bat against Gloria Hurls, trying to extend the boys' 1-0 lead. Top of the order here. Hammers that one up the middle, past the diving glove of the shortstop. Took a little bit of a weird bounce off of the mound. Thought there might have been a play there, but it was able to stay straight just enough to get that single.
Yeah, going back to the pitcher at bat, two at bats ago now, typically you want to see the batter take some pitches when it's the pitcher at the plate. But in this case, with Gloria Hurris on the mound, her attributes, they're not exactly super strong. So if you see the pitch, just swing.
Is that an I or an L? I've been saying Gloria Hurls. Is it Gloria Hurls?
Oh, it may be an L. You're...
It's very quick. We'll have to ask the the Yucca Valley Yellowfin after the game. The pronunciation of that player is the full count pitch is ripped up the middle. Good patience there from McDonut. He's got first and second here with 2 outs. Here comes the number 2 batter of the lineup, Ground Beef. 0 for 1 on the night, but with 2 homers so far in the postseason. Good first pitch there on the outside corner, strike one. One's low, but he's going to swing on it, and it's going to go into center field. It's going to be slow to the center fielder. The throw home, not in time. It's an RBI single for the Delivery Boys. They extend their lead 2-0, and here comes the dangerous Ian Sausage.
That's 3 straight hits with 2 outs. Like you said, Ian Sausage here. This is a critical at bat early for Phillies Rock.
Gonna have to get something done here. The 0-2 is swung on and fouled into left field. Just off of the stands. Another 0-2 pitch takes that one outside. Tough out is activated in this 2-strike count. The 1-2 just a bit outside. The 2-2 to Sausage. Swung on and missed. Got him with the heat high and inside.
McDonut made some great takes on those pitches outside with 2 strikes. And he swung at the right pitch, in my opinion. That fastball, he had a chance to catch up to it. It was just a hair late. Good velocity out of the hand of Hurls.
Just what Phillies Rock wants to see. Stranding those 2 runners against one of the most dangerous batters. Like you said, the AAA most valuable player in the regular season. Delivery Boys have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. 8-9-1 batters due up for the Yellowfin. And Carno Dismal, the number 8 batter, ahead in the count 3-1. Here comes a wild pitch. Swung on and ripped up the middle. That's a leadoff hit for the Yellowfin. Pitcher spot due up.
Yeah, the 8-hole hitter, typically not someone you want to fall behind to. Granted, Phillies Rock's 8-hitter does have some quality attributes and is a threat. Don't blame him for pitching around just a little bit.
That wild pitch right down the middle, but the pitcher holds it just a bit. That one, a little bit out of the zone, but it's bunted right in front of the catcher. It's going to make the throw out at first easily, but it does advance that leadoff runner to second base. So runner in scoring position here for Justin Shavewell and the top of the Yellowfin order.
Not a lot of speed out there at second, though, and with how hard the Phillies hits the ball, I'm not sure there's any kind of a scenario where we see an RBI single from this batter.
We'll have to see what he's able to do. The 2-1 curveball ripped, but foul away in front of it. The 2-2, another curveball. That one's grounded. Jalapeno picks it up, throws it to first, but the runner advances now from second to third. So moving that runner over. Now just a few feet away from home, and the Yellowfin trying to score their first run of the evening. That one is ripped towards the gap in left field. Will the center fielder Bell Pepper have enough time to get over to it? No, it's going to land and bounce off the wall. 1 run will score for the Yellowfin. It's an RBI triple. And just like that, the Yellowfin threatening to tie this game back up.
That's a tough dive out there. I think I probably would have done the same. It looked maybe catchable, ended up not being. It results in an RBI triple.
Just too hot off the bat of the Elephant. That one's dribbled towards third base. Gonna have to hurry. Slice the throw to first in time for out number 3. The Elephant get one back. The Delivery Boys trying to extend their 2-1 lead. 5, 6, 7 due up here for the boys. Swing and a miss. Got him on that changeup down the heart of the plate. That one swung on and fouled. Another 0-2 pitch to Anita. Slice. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Dismal's going to have to throw to first. Holds on to the ball for a second, perhaps in disbelief, but converts that strikeout.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of disbelief. McDonut, while he's not immune to chasing out of the zone, that one was way out of the zone.
First pitch lifted to Patel for out number 2. Brings up Bell Pepper. The Elephant looking to retire this side pretty quickly as that one in the zone is ripped up the middle. They will get a runner on, these Delivery Boys. Runner on first, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The boys leading 2-1, and Ham Slice at the plate, batting .414 in the 8-hole. Jeez, these numbers across the board for the Delivery Boys.
Yeah, almost twice the batting average of the runner at first, who was batting, I want to say something close to 200.
2-1 count here to Ham Slice. The pitch just a bit outside on the breaking ball. 3-1 here to Slice. Another breaking ball gets under it, lifted weakly to right field. Plenty of time for Robinson to get under it. Makes the catch. That's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Mercy Strong, the cleanup batter, trying to tie this one up with a swing of the bat, and that fastball in the zone. Hammered, but right to Anita Slice there at third. Throw to first in time. Out number 1. Hunter Robinson swings at the first pitch, and this one is lifted weakly to left field. Ham Slice gets under it, makes the catch. That's 2 away.
Yeah, and on 2 pitches too. It's exactly what you are hoping for versus Phillies Rock. But he'll get himself out, and then there he takes a pitch. I think just out of principle.
You almost have to as soon as when you take those 2 pitches, 2 outs, like you said. Get some chasing on that 2-seamer off the plate on the 0-2 count. Ham Slice ranges over and is unable to catch it. 0.3% odds to miss it. And he just drops it on the error mojo down for the left fielder.
Yeah, very unlucky for McDonut, but a big test here of resilience to see if he can make it not matter. That's the mojo effects, of course.
Gonna have to try to do his best. He basically had 3 outs in a very quick inning against the Elephant, and instead, Tomato's going to have to try and work his way into this one. Get out of this jam that's been created. Finds a curveball strike on the outside corner. The 2-1 curveball on the inside corner makes a strike 2. Even up. He's going to swing for that one as the runner takes off. Jalapeno with a twisting effort makes the catch. Not a very easy play at all off of the infield dirt on the right field side. But an incredible play nonetheless. And like you said, Weaver, Delivery Boys make that error minimal in impact.
Yeah, the impact, of course, will be the tense left fielder Slice. Granted, he was up last inning, so he won't have his third at bat for presumably quite a while. The other effect, Tomato here, I think threw 5 or 6 more pitches, which again, that's kind of minimal. But obviously, if you're McDonut, you wish you didn't have to say that at all.
And look at that for McDonut. Despite what had to happen there, as that one's bunted, a great bunt down the third base line. Is the runner going to be safe at first? He is! It's a bunt single, now first and second. I was going to say Tomato locked in after he ripped that single off up the middle on the first pitch of the inning. First and second now with nobody out, and that one's ripped into the leaping glove of Villarreal. The runner was going. The pitcher was running towards third and is doubled up at second. And Phillies Rock thinking he had a chance at 3 throws to first, but in time is the runner there with all that speed. So an unfortunate break there for McDonut, now 2 away with the runner on first.
Yeah, that turns the inning around on a dime after what was the best bunt we've seen on a broadcast in a while. With a single, it was 2 on, no out. Now it's 2 on, 2 outs following a curious walk to bring up Sausage.
Yeah, none of those pitches really tantalizing. Good patience nonetheless there for McDonut. Pitching around that batter to get to Ian Sausage. Count even up at 1-1. That's a good fastball on the inside corner, strike 2. 2 on, 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch just a bit high. Delivery Boys looking to extend their lead off the bat of Ian Sausage. Full count here, the payoff pitch. In the zone, strike 3 taken. Ian Sausage just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, quite a bit of threatening in that inning. I want to say 4 unique base runners, but nothing to show for it. Or three unique base runners.
That first pitch is ripped towards the gap. A good dive from Slice to keep it from getting to the wall. It'll go as a single of the leadoff variety for the Yellowfin. And this could be the day for Glory Hurls. It is. Selena Gonzalez coming in to pinch hit. Tomato back down to neutral mojo here with 44 pitches thrown in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gets ahead in the count here, 0-2. Goes to try and chase with the 2-seamer, doesn't bite. 1-2 inside 2-seamer. No movement from Gonzalez. Here's the 2-2. Curveball just misses outside. Work the count from 0-2 to full. Runner on first, nobody out. Wild pitch. Strike 3 swinging. Might have been a bit inside with that wild pitch. We'll never know. But Tomato is able to get out of the jam.
Yeah, I think that was potentially inside, but like we've seen in this game, Philliesrock with 2 strikes, willing to expand the zone a little bit.
It's out of the jam, but that was just for that at-bat. However, he will, as that's a double play ball on to first. The double play converted. Tomato allows a leadoff runner on a well-struck ball, but then a strikeout and a double play moves us to the top of the 6th. We still stand at 2-1 Delivery Boys.
This is a far cry from the previous 2 games in this series.
I will say, however, in Game 2, it was a relatively low-scoring affair up until that breakout 9th inning. Here, as McDonut strikes out swinging. 2-1, the Delivery Boys lead here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. The boys themselves up to bat. Motsy Cheese batting .469 in the postseason. Swings at that one in the zone, rips it to center field, but plenty of time for Patel to get under it. Makes the catch, that's out number 2, brings up Bell Pepper.
And Botham first out of the pen here. We know Phillies has some quality arms remaining. See how much he can squeeze out of his first man out here.
0.82 ERA, 0.73 whip. This is the guy you want to go to. But like you said, plenty of great arms in this Philliesrock bullpen. Good strike there, brings the count to 2-2. Swings at that one on the outside corner. Has to dive, does Villarreal. Picks up, throws it to first. Out number 3. Good play by the second baseman to stay with it.
Seen some good defense in this game and some great pitching, which again, it's not too much like what we saw 2 nights ago. I don't think we've mentioned it so far, but the defense in games 1 and 2 was a bit questionable for both teams.
And the Delivery Boys, we're going to have to think about that inning where, like you said, 3 distinct base runners, but weren't able to score any runs. Here's this one's lifted to foul territory. Ham Slice ranges over, makes the catch. That's out number 1. Will that come back to haunt the Delivery Boys? It is this late game area, 6th inning onward, where they've had trouble against the Yellowfin so far in this series, as that's ripped into right field, a 1-out single. The Yellowfin trying to get something started here. They trail by 1. Cleanup batter Mercy Strong at the plate with a runner on first and 1 out.
And Tom Mato here on the mound has done a wonderful job through 5 1/3. Be nice if he could cap the evening off here with a ground ball double play.
What he's going to try to do is that wild curveball misses just a bit outside. The 1-1 curveball in the zone, swung on, weak contact, lifted to shallow center field. Plenty of time there for Pepper to get under it, makes the catch. That's 2 away now with a runner on first. Brings up the number 5 batter, Blunder Robinson. 1 for 2 with a double tonight. .462 so far in the postseason. Curveball in the zone, swung on and hammered to center field. Pepper ranging back. It's over her head. She misjudged it. That's going to score a run and tie the game.
All right, what were we just talking about? The defense in games 1 and 2. We saw a few things like that. Now we see it here in a big spot in the 6th inning. We're about to enter the final third of the game, and it's a brand new one.
Brand new one, and that's just what you want to avoid if you're a Delivery Boys fan. One of those defensive mistakes. They've been playing pretty cleanly, both teams on the side of defense so far tonight. But there's the first mistake that we've seen. Good strike there from Tom Mato, brings the count to 2-2. Curveballs hammered towards the second baseman, throws it to first, and that'll end the inning. But brand new baseballs, we head to the top of the 7th, tied at 2 apiece. 8-9-1 batters. The tense Ham Slice to start things off after that error earlier in the game. Rips that one, trying to get to the right field line. A good dive from the first baseman, knocks it down. The throw to the pitcher in time for out number 1.
Yeah, sometimes that's all you can ask for on those dives to first. At least just knock it down, and provided the runner doesn't have blazing speed, then there's no problem, and that was the case.
Tom Mato is done for the day. Carl Ickbutter coming off the bench, swings at that low curveball, pops it up on the infield. Plenty of time for the second baseman, settles under it, and he drops it back. Well, not back to back, but both teams trading easy catches and allowing runners on. So now, runner on first for the top of this delivery boy's order. Rips that first pitch up the middle. First and second now with one out.
I'm not sure I've seen that twice in one game. 2 routine flies dropped, one for each team. And I know Phillies Rock is probably frustrated, but you can't throw that fastball right down the middle to a hitter as good as McDonut.
McDonut showing bunt here. We've been seeing some of the bunt plays throughout this AAA semifinals in both series. And it'll be interesting to see if this works out for McDonut favorably. That will be recorded at first. Runners go to second and third now. Now he needs a base hit from ground beef, unless he has walked to fill that void at first base. But I believe that would bring up Ian Sausage.
Yeah, you cannot walk this batter. Does have good stats and is a switch hitter. It's going to be Omari Owens with a 2-0 count.
Yeah, Botham just unable to locate the strike zone there. Brings in Omari Owens with a 1.0 ERA. Gets ahead, well, evens it up now at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him chasing the heater off the plate. So McDonut gets 2 runners on. The bunt strategy moves them over, but with only the 1 chance to hit, does not make contact even. Omari Owens gets the job done. And it'll be Orville Frigate facing off against the reliever Zesty Meatball. Low velo, high junk.
And has been knocked around in this in these playoffs. 7.45 ERA, not good.
Forkball in the inside corner, lined into the glove of Motzi Cheese at short. 1 away. Yeah, we'll have to see what McDonut is able to do with Zesty Meatball. Swing and a miss on that junk curveball high and in. You can see the movement on that curve if you're following it. It can look pretty tricky as that one misses just a bit outside. Staying with the curveball is Meatball, misses inside that time. Dismal not chasing. Forkball should stay up, and it does. Clip the corner, strike 2. The 2-2, curveball hammered but foul into the stands. Big at bat here for Dismal. The 2-2 is crushed. Center field, Pepper going back. At the wall, it's gone, and the Yellowfin take the lead.
That was just one too many fat breaking pitches in the zone. Those need to be located better when you don't have the speed to back them up. Phillies Rock, you may miss a couple, but if you keep throwing them, it's going to catch up.
Low velo curveball has been proven to be effective against many batters, but like you said, it's got to be located well and not over the heart of the plate. That curveball swung on and missed. He's going with a low velo fastball. That one finds the zone. The 0-2 is going to be wild. Swung on, weak contact, lined softly into the glove of Sausage at first, 2 away. But you're thinking back again to that inning where McDonut had multiple base runners, couldn't bring him home, and now in the late game once again finds himself in a bit of trouble, trailing by 1. It's up to Zesty Meatball to keep this game where it is and give the delivery boys bats another chance to wake up.
Yeah, and you and I have differences on the merits of a sacrifice bunt, but I certainly do not. I would not condone the situation in which he did it in the previous inning with 1 down already.
The ground out to Cheese will end the inning, brings us to the top of the 8th. 2 more innings left, and Ian Sausage to lead things off. Going to try to bring the delivery boys back into this one. And I will admit, Weaver, yes, the sacrifice bunt getting 2 runners into scoring position. It's hard to fault an idea like that in order to try and accomplish something. But with 1 out,
yeah,
and bringing it to 2 outs, that one is fouled behind home plate for out number 1. Caught by the catcher. Need a slice up to bat. So Ian Sausage unable to get anything going there. It's just difficult to, trade 2 opportunities to swing and drive a runner in scoring position home for just the 1 opportunity. As that fastball finds the outside corner, strike 3 looking.
Yeah, and speaking of opportunities, they are starting to dwindle. McDonut only has 4 outs remaining in a game in which his offense has really been tempered.
Gets ahead in the count here, 2-0. Motzi Cheese going to try to make some 2-out magic happen. That one lifted weakly to left field. It's going to drop in front of Shavewell. Good little blooper for the delivery boys to get the tying run aboard. But with 2 outs, Bell Pepper is going to have to do her best to keep this inning moving. Swing and a miss on the heater. in the strike zone. Here comes the 0-1 heater. Misses just a bit outside. The 1-1 from Owens. Changeup in the zone. Taken. The 1-2 high. And taken still. Bell Pepper with that contact swing approach. Waiting for her pitch. That one inside. Good take there from Pepper. Brings the count full. The payoff pitch. Swung on weak contact into the glove of Frigate at first. And that will end the inning. 2, 3, 4 batters due up for the Yellowfin, looking for some insurance before the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's coming down here to the end. A 1-run game in a low-scoring 1-run game. Granted, it was this situation basically right here in game number 2 where Philliesrock just exploded.
And he's looking to do it again. That forkball down the middle, ripped into center field for a base hit. So leadoff single brings up Jack Crawford. Here's the meat of this Yellowfin order. A lot of speed on first. That curveball is crushed, but into center field. Pepper ranges over, makes the catch. That's out number 1. Brings up Mercy Strong. Favors that low pitch. McDonut's going to give her one. Called a strike. 73-mile-per-hour curveball. Try to get him to chase low with that curveball. It's off of the catcher's glove, and the runner's taking off from first to second in there easily.
I was wondering when we were going to see a stolen base from either guy. You would think McDonut would be into that sort of thing with the sack bunts as well. I don't think he's attempted anything tonight.
No, I don't think we've seen a steal attempt from McDonut so far. The 2-2 swung on. Leaping attempt by the shortstop. Runner's caught in between second and third, but McDonut goes for first where the runner was already standing there safe. A defensive mistake leaves runners at the corners. I should say several defensive mistakes there from McDonut. And he has been paying on defense. In fact, the Yellowfin pretty much only have the lead because of that defensive mistake earlier in the game. And here comes another steal attempt. The runner's into second on the curveball. So now second and third with 1 out.
Yeah, I think maybe the blinders are on just a little bit for McDonut. He had an opportunity to neutralize the runner going to third. Instead, it's going to be 4-2 on the sac fly here.
Bell Pepper ranges back, makes that catch at the warning track. The throw to second will allow the runner to go to third. So now a throw to third is a throw to second. And now another runner at third base as the runner previously occupying that spot comes in to score. Yellowfin lead 4-2. Zesty Meatball still in the game. Going to try to get the delivery boys out of this one with just the 1 run allowed. But that curveball is left in the zone. Hammer to deep left field. Pepper ranging back. Makes the catch at the track. So 1 more run scored by the Yellowfin, who scored 1 time each in the last 3 innings, to take this 4-2 lead. The tense ham slice to lead things off here in the top of the 9th. Last chance for the delivery boys to take this one before going back home for game 4.
And it is unfortunate here that he is tense completely due to the drop, the random drop in left field, but makes the best of it here with a leadoff single. It's exactly what he needed.
You have to think that maybe a pinch runner for Slice at first base. No, he'll be staying in the game with that reduced speed. And Jimmy Renette, the reliever with a 10.38 ERA, comes in to try and quell things and close things out for the Yellowfin on 3 pitches. The strikeout for the pinch hitter brings up the top of the order, but 1 away and a runner on first. And McDonut just well behind these fastballs.
Oh, and in
front of that changeup. Good job playing with the speed by the Yellowfin. Swing and a miss. 6 pitches, all strikes. And just like that, 2 outs. 1 more out needed by the Yellowfin as this one is grounded to the diving Villarreal. Does he have time to throw to first? No! First and second for the delivery boys. The tying run at first. And ground beef at the plate to face off against Jimmy Renette. That one right on the corner, swung on and missed.
Here we go. Big situation with the power bats if he could get Sausage up next.
Sure, that's what McDonut is thinking, but he gets behind in the count. K-Man activates. The 1-2 to Beef is low. The changeup missing. Here comes the 2-2. Swung on underneath it. Lifted to very shallow left field. It'll be the shortstop Crawford to make the catch for out number 3. And the delivery boys fall in game number 3 to the Yucca Valley Yellowfin, who are now just 1 win away from punching their ticket to the AAA World Series.
Yeah, 1 win away. I'm sure Philliesrock got to be feeling good after, well, maybe not his typical offensive performance, but he's showing us here tonight he's not a one-trick pony. He has good pitching skills along with a good pitching staff. you can combine the two of them and just keep this thing rolling, he's going to be our first World Series participant.
And you got to feel for McDonut here. He out-hit Phillies Rock 11 hits to 9, had plenty of scoring opportunities, just was never able to convert those runners. And props to Phillies Rock for being able to shut down the offensive output of McDonut and the delivery boys. And to your point, Weaver, Phillies Rock looking to carry that momentum he was taking. It was more of that late game lows for McDonut and the delivery boys. Like I said, 1 run scored in each of the final 3 innings, 6th inning, 7th inning, and 8th inning. Phillies Rock able to put up 1 run in each, not only to just tie it, but then take the lead and then further extend that lead. And it was after seeing those relievers, maybe Phillies Rock is going to be able to take that momentum he built up in the late game into game number 4, which will be coming on in just a few moments. It'll be interesting to see if Phillies Rock can punch that ticket tonight, or if McDonut is going to try to make a start at the reverse sweep, which we haven't seen happen yet in the SMB3 era.
Yeah, and he's going to be at home, which will help him. But really, I mean, yes, the late inning pitching, he surrendered runs, and that's happened in all 3 games this series. But I don't. I think if you're a Delivery Boys fan, you can't really blame the pitching for that loss. Surrendering 4 runs to Phillies Rock is not that big of a deal. The offense needs to wake up a little bit if he's gonna get back in this thing.
Yeah, a few base running snafus. I think of that double play effort that Phillies Rock was able to do with that leaping infield catch and then the toss over to second where all of the runners were going in such a close game. A conservative play, I think, is more in favor there. As well as a few just defensive mistakes. We can talk about that error that didn't really cost McDonut anything, made by Ham Slice in left field that left him tense. But also the run scored in center field, the misjudged fly ball, and a few other defensive mistakes that could have resulted in runs for Phillies Rock. McDonut's going to have to just tighten up those aspects of those games in a series that really is this close. I mean, games 1 and game 3, McDonut really could have made an effort to win those games. They were both winnable games, coin flips, if you will. But at the end of the day, it was Phillies Rock who was able to hunker down, tighten the aspects of his game that he needed to, and come out on top.
Yeah, when you're playing a player like Phillies Rock, who is the number, or who was the number 1 seed, you just cannot make mistakes. You have to play the tightest game that you possibly can. And we didn't quite see that from the Delivery Boys. Again, the pitching, I think, was pretty good. We saw maybe a little bit more chasing, and then obviously the defensive blunders just not there. And when you're playing the top offense, the defensive blunders, they need to not exist, period.
Yeah, an offense as good as Phillies Rock, like you said, holding the Yellowfin offense to just 4 runs is incredible. Fantastic work done by the Delivery Boys, by McDonut, to put a lid on that offensive potential. Like you said, it really is up to McDonut's bats. He needs to replicate a spectacular pitching performance here in game number 4 and for the rest of the series if he wants to make a run at the AAA World Series. But Phillies Rock is just 1 win away from punching that ticket, and he could do it right now as we load into Motor Yard, where the Delivery Boys will have home field advantage and the chance to send this to another day of baseball. But Phillies Rock looking to put an end to this AAA semifinals matchup and head to the AAA World Series. We're getting things started here. Eel Soup versus H. Time to see what happens.
Yeah, it's simply Doug H. And I'm curious to see the stats because one thing I noticed, I wasn't casting games 1 and 2, but I noticed that the starter who got the nod in game 1 probably wasn't the best statted pitcher. So I've curiously been watching how the rest of the rotation is shaken out. This doesn't look like an ace, but going in game 4, it's not the worst pitcher to have.
That one's lifted to right field to start this game, and that's out number 1. It'll be interesting to see the stats of that Yellowfin starter, as I now understand now. Doe is on the mound. For Salvador Patel. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. As that one is drilled to the gap in left field. That'll be the first base runner of the game on the 2-0 pitch. The Yellowfin with a 1-out double against Doe. We're going to see if the Yellowfin can carry that momentum they had in the late game of game number 3 into some early offensive output here.
Yeah, I was thinking, okay, everyone on this team is a pizza ingredient, and then there's just Doug, maybe someone very meaningful to McDonut's
He is
career.
the delivery boy.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was the delivery boy. No, it's just Doe. That's okay.
Doe gets this and induces this pop up to center field. Bell Pepper makes the catch. Runner bluffs towards third, heads back to second. So 2 away and a runner in scoring position for Mercy Strong. Facing the 5-pitch arsenal. That's Screwball. This is the Screwball starter for the delivery boys. Good cutter there. Gets him to chase off the plate. Slice almost overruns that one. Picks it up. Throws it to first. That's out number 3. So bit of a threatening action there from the Yellowfin, but they do not score. Up come the delivery boys. Back against the wall. Must-win games for the rest of this series. Gonna try to get a leadoff single here. The diving attempt bounces off of the glove of the center fielder. A leadoff single on the 0-1 pitch for the delivery boys.
I think maybe he had the potential to round first and slide into second on a close play, but I don't blame him for wanting to be a little bit careful here with his back to the wall.
Gonna try to avoid a double play ball here for sure. Anchovy's gonna look at that one as the runner takes off. Into second he goes. So there you go, Weaver. He gets second base no matter what.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd see it at some point. He has some good runners on this team.
Talk about lower stats. Here's Connor Eelsoup on the mound for the Yellowfin. Low velo, low junk, low accuracy. And that's going to be a walk. So now first and second for ground beef and nobody out. An infinite whip. That's not what you want to see on the arm of your starter.
That means we could be in this first inning all night.
2-0 misses inside, and now he's behind in the count 3-0. That curveball, and he's swinging, drills that one into the seats. It was a strike, but just way in front of it. That one misses high, and now the bases are loaded. So single stolen base, walk, and now another walk brings up Ian Sausage with the bases loaded. That one was a cookie, and he stares at it across the plate.
Yeah, the object of the cleanup spot, if you subscribe to that philosophy, is to hit the grand slam here.
But quickly into the 0-2, takes that one outside. The 1-2 misses high. Evens up the count, 2-2. Pitch. Misses just a bit high. Good take there from Sausage. Full count, the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have been just a touch high. But McDonut couldn't lay off of it. So that'll be the first out of the inning. Bases stay loaded, however. That one is looped into the glove of the leaping Mercy Strong to throw to second in time. Another double play on a leaping infield catch and the throw to second. Phillies Rock shutting down McDonut.
That is a wild turn of events. He had bases loaded, no one out for his best hitter. He strikes out on a great at bat, and I don't blame him for striking out. Sometimes you really want to swing with your best hitter there, bases loaded. And the double play, that's killer.
That was a loud out. Ton of great contact there. It timed up very well, but way underneath it was a fly out for out number 1. And your heart just breaks for McDonut there, just trying desperately to get something going as that one is lined into the glove of Jalapeno. Good decision there on defense from McDonut not to jump for that one. It'll be very difficult to tell when you shouldn't. Another one liner right into the glove of Jalapeno, and that's a 1-2-3 innings. So the delivery boys get another chance here against a pitcher who has been showing a bit of weakness.
Yeah, the velocity significantly less than the typical starters and certainly the relievers of the Yellowfin. So McDonut, if you're McDonut, you gotta capitalize early in this game before the fireballers come in.
That one in the zone is ripped, but right to center field. Patel makes the catch. That's out number 1. Brings up Bell Pepper, batting .219 in the postseason. That one in the zone, ripped on the ground in front of Crawford. Picks it up, throws it across the diamond, and that's too quickly away. But 26 pitches already thrown by Eelsoup here, and that one's in the zone, but just way early and underneath it was the batter. It's going to be popped out on the infield. Crawford makes the catch. They trade 1-2-3 innings. We head to the top of the third. 8-9-1 batters due up for the Yellowfin against Doe. He's only thrown 15 pitches so far here in the third.
McDonut might be pressing just a little bit, knowing what's lurking in the pen, how much more difficult it will be to score against that pen compared to this pitcher. The results for Phillies Rock, despite how we've gotten to this point, results are good through 2 innings.
And Doe struggling a bit here, behind in the count 3-0 to Carno Dismal, who swings at the 3-0 and rips it into the gap. That's going to be extra bases for the leadoff batter, Dismal. Bell Pepper collects it at the wall, a leadoff double for the Yucca Valley Yellowfin. Here comes the pitcher spot, Connor Eelsoup. He's going to be staying in the game, the low velo starter for this Yellowfin team, who are just one win away from advancing to the AAA World Series. Swings at that screwball. Diving effort from Cheese on to first. Gets the out there. The runner advances from second to third. But a good play there from the shortstop.
Yeah, very good play. A lot of times when they dive like that across their bodies, this is going to be the first lead of the game. A lot of times when they dive to the left side of the infield, there's not really a chance, but there wasn't enough speed on that batter. But it ends up moving the runner to third, and that's huge because the single, it's the lead.
And that fastball left in the zone is crushed to center field. Pepper ranges back, enough room to make the catch in front of the warning track. That's 2 away, but yes, there was a loud rip for a lead, for a one-out single there that scored the runner from third. This one's a little blooper in center field. It lands in front of Bell Pepper. The runner was taking off with 2 outs on contact. And now there's runners at the corners for Mercy Strong. Doe going to look to try and stem the bleeding here. Keep it just a 1-run deficit for the delivery boys. Wild pitch there, misses high. The 1-0 is ripped up the middle. That's going to be another run scored for the Yellowfin. They lead 2-0.
Yeah, that was, I think, basically the same pitch. Even though it was well executed, it was the same pitch that was ripped, I believe, for an extra base hit earlier in this inning. That up-and-in fastball may not be the ticket right now, but right now it seems nothing is the ticket.
That was a wild 2-seamer left over the heart of the plate. You never want to throw something like that. That's going to be another RBI single. The Yellowfin have a 3-0 lead here. They can smell that AAA World Series ticket. This 2-out rally coming into focus for the Yellowfin as they're trying to extend it. Another good batters count here for the Yellowfin. The 2-0 in there for a strike. Runners at the corners, cutter inside, gets some chasing, lifted to left field, ham slice, ranges over, makes the catch for out number 3, but a big inning for the Yellowfin. They take a 3-0 lead.
Big inning indeed, and now Phillies Rock has the luxury of starting the inning with the 10th pitcher.
He gets ahead in the count, 0-2. Going to try to boost Connor Eelsoup up to locked in as the goal. 3 strikes. Got him looking. Turns the lineup over, brings up Spicy Jalapeno, 1 out and nobody on. Delivery boys trail by 3. Takes that one high and inside. Evens up the count 1-1. That curveball in the zone, weak contact, grounded softly to Villarreal. Throws it to first. That's out number 2. Mojo up for the low velo starter. He's now locked in.
Yeah, that's 5 in a row retired since the ending of the first inning, in which McDonut had bases loaded, nobody out. So that was clearly a momentum swing.
And Eelsoup was up into the 20s in his pitch count, still only in the 30s as he has another good 1-2-3 inning, sending us to the top of the 4th, and the Yellowfin back up to bat, albeit with the bottom of their order. First pitch is fouled into the seats. And Doe, likewise, only 32 pitches thrown here in the 4th, but just explosive early at-bats for the Yellowfin have given them this 3-0 lead from that 3rd inning rally. The 2-1 is grounded to Mozzie Cheese. Picks it up, throws it to first. That's 1 away.
Yeah, and there goes the mojo back to neutral for Doug H. So a little silver lining after an inning that was not so great for Doe.
This is a 2-seamer over the plate. It's crushed to center field. Bell Pepper's going to have to get back to the wall. It's gone off the top of the wall.
Yeah, that went off the top of the wall, so, you know, in theory, robbable, but it hit so hard that there was no chance the center fielder was going to get back in time to make the jump. Just a smash off the bat of the long ball winner, Season 10 in the AAA.
Brings up the locked-in pitcher who rips that first pitch up the middle. That's a 1-out single for the Yellowfin, counting down the innings until their World Series appearance, but we can't count out the delivery boys. We know what they can do. However, they've just been shut down on offense all night. Justin Shavewell going to try to add on to the Yellowfin lead. Another 2-seamer over the plate, but this one gets him chasing to throw to second in time on to first, and that's a double play. So that 2-seamer just trailing a bit off the plate gets Phillies Rock chasing, ends that inning. Another run scored for the Yellowfin. The delivery boys trailing by 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. That one way inside, forcing ground beef out of the box. The 1-1 misses outside. Beef facing off against the locked-in eel soup. Good fastball on the top part of the zone. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Got him with the off speed. He couldn't pull the trigger. Good pitch there from Philliesrock.
Yeah, it looked like a backdoor cutter. Sometimes it's dangerous. Sometimes it's beautiful. Typically when it works, that is. Yeah, they worked that time for the looking strikeout. There's a good rip from McDonut. One of his better rips since that tragic first inning. But it's still an out.
Yep, ripped to the just in front of the warning track in center field. Caught by Patel. 44 pitches thrown here by the locked-in eel soup in the bottom of the 4th. Gets a good inside strike there. The 1-1 here to Anita Slice. Swung on and missed. That one was crushable. The 1-2 to Slice. Struck him out. He couldn't pull the trigger. That one well in the zone. Not sure what McDonut is looking for. He had that bases loaded situation in the first, but he has scored no runs and has been held to just 1 hit, and that hit was in the first inning.
Yeah, it's been dominance even from Eel Soup, who in that first inning was starting to look exposed. But he has completely settled down. We're about halfway through the game. And if nothing changes, Yucca Valley's going to walk to this thing.
Philliesrock just missing that crushable fastball. It's caught right in front of the wall. That one is ripped past the glove of Ian Sausage into right field. That's a 1-out single. Yellowfin just looked completely in control any way you slice it. Runner on first and 1 out here for Mercy Strong, and Doe's pitching. His accuracy just isn't as crisp as the other Pizza Boys pitching have been in this series.
Yeah,
Backdoor 2-seamer gets the outside corner for a strike. Sorry, Weaver.
Yeah, it's been a problem here in this game. 4-0 though, like we saw in game number 1, McDonut, I believe he placed 3rd in the long ballo voting, and that's for a reason. He can hit. It's not over yet.
Swing and a miss there on the low fastball. He's going to have to wake up the bat soon. Here's a wild pitch from McDonut taken on the low part of the zone. Low screwball is taken. Count now 1-2. Goes back to that screwball inside taken. Philliesrock not being fooled on that inside. Going to trace outside. However, he rips it up the middle, and that's going to be a 2-out single. First and second now with 2 outs. The Yellowfin extend this inning.
And we're seeing even where Philliesrock isn't getting hard contact, when he's getting soft contact, he's getting plenty of hits into the holes or into no man's zones in the outfield. Here's another one.
Yep, that fastball over the plate, weak contact, but looped into right field. This will load the bases with 2 outs. Got to be counting pitches now if you're Doe. Facing off against Oral Frigate. He'll be staying in the game. First pitch misses low and inside. Nowhere to put this batter. Gonna try for a backdoor cutter. It's a good one in there for a strike.
One critical mistake here, and
he's trying it again. The 1-1, it's there.
It's a risk, especially with the bases loaded.
But gets him looking the other way with the screwball. Chased into the glove of Jalapeno. So McDonut escapes it, but he's being out hit 11-1. Delivery boys need to wake up their bats. Sorry, you were saying, Weaver.
I was just going to say that had the potential. We know how Philliesrock can hit to be an 8-0 game in the blink of an eye. McDonut gets out of the situation and then finds a single here, so maybe a momentum shift.
First pitch rip into left field, so that's a leadoff runner. That runner's going to be taking off for second. A good pitch to steal on it was a curveball. He's in there safely. Bell Pepper looks at that one out off the plate, brings the count to 1-1. Fastball high taken. Bell Pepper, been seeing some patience from her. I think the most patient at bats have come from the bat of Bell Pepper. Gets ahead in the count here, 3-1. That fastball down the middle, strike 2. Payoff pitch. Inside. It could have been a strike. That one's looped into left field, but Shapewell ranges back too far. Thought it was hit harder than it was. It bounces in front of him. So a defensive mistake from the Yellowfin. First and second with nobody out. Ham Slice up to bat. And Rowan Botham, who we saw deliver some gems out of the pen in the previous game. Another leaping effort from Strong and doubled up again. The delivery boys just caught off balanced by their base running, and the Yellowfin capitalizing all night long.
I was going to say what he needed to be capitalizing on was that huge mistake from Philliesrock in left field. Philliesrock has not played pristine defense in this series, but McDonut just has not. He's been just a hair off of being able to capitalize. Speaking of a hair off, this one going to die towards the track. Underneath
it, dies right in front of the warning track. Patel makes the catch, and that is out number 3. You can't say the delivery boys haven't had their opportunities, not just in this game, but over this series. And it's just been a matter of being able to capitalize on those opportunities. And instead, they've all flipped in the way of the yellowfin by some just fantastic, tonight at least, defensive moments. Granted, there was that defensive lapse, as that's a ground out to start this inning. Brings up the pitcher spot. Rowan Botham will be staying in the game. Curveball's ripped up the middle. That's a base hit with one out. He misplayed that ball in left field, but we have to think of all of those infield plays and the mentality he had to just immediately go to second each time to double up the delivery boys.
Yeah, that's a play that we saw McDonut when he was defending in the previous game mis-execute, I believe. Phillies Rock doing none of that. He's a well-practiced player. He always knows the situation. It's showing off here.
Good pitch there on the outside corner for strike one, and a great dive to get out number 2 by the second baseman. Swing and a miss there, brings the count to 1-2. That one off the plate, not offered at. Pineapple on the mound now for the delivery boys. The 2-2 pitch grounded to Anita Slice on the third base side. Picks it up, throws it across the diamond. That's out number 3, the runner.
Yeah.
Looked like he went back to first base there.
Yeah, he didn't. He was feeling a bit tired. He didn't want to take that jog.
A nice look at Botham. He's doing pretty nice there with the 0.69 ERA and the 0.69 whip. Very nice performance here by the reliever in the postseason. But it's the top of this delivery boys order. They've had their chances. They need to capitalize if they want to stay alive in this postseason. That was a hittable pitch, but it's grounded right to Frigate at first. Steps on the bag. That's out number 1. Anchovies batting .500 in this postseason. Botham ahead in the count 0-1. Delivers a nice corner strike. The 0-2. Swung on protecting that. Will find grass possibly in right field. A good dive by right fielder, but it bounces off his glove. It's going to bounce behind him and give the opportunity there for Anchovies to get to second. So some heads-up base running there by McDonut. Puts a runner in scoring position for ground beef.
Yeah, with ground beef and sausage on deck, the time is right now. Something has to happen for the delivery boys, or the season is going to get pretty dire here.
You can bet Rowan Botham going to do his best to keep this game where it is. The 2-1 misses inside. So ground beef and a big hitter's count here. The 3-1 is crushed towards the gap in right field. That's going to score the delivery boys' first run of the game. It's going to be back-to-back doubles for the delivery boys. They make it 4-1. They're going to try to claw back and keep this 6th inning going.
Yeah, and that's what he needs. He's going to need to find one more here, though, with Sausage especially, since it is his best hitter. He's patient. He waits on something perhaps off speed. He can duplicate that easily.
And Botham, I'll think about pitching around this dangerous bat, but he finds the corner there. 1-1, high and inside, right on the corner, 99 power, but misses it. Makes the count 1-2. That one high and outside, nowhere close. One out, runner on second. The 2-2 is down the pipe, swung on and foul. If it's a fastball, that one's gone. Another 2-2. He's late on the fastball. Swing and a miss. That's out number 2.
Huge out for Phillies Rock, but another one to get here. Still great power. That one almost was pulled for a homer.
We're seeing some great contact from McDonut. He just doesn't have the timing right, and that one's missed completely. Lifted on the infield. Plenty of time there for Strong. Gets under it, makes the catch. That's out number 3. So McDonut gets 1. Still trails by 3. Here as we head to the top of the 7th inning. Heart of this Phillies Rock offense up to bat, but first pitch lifted to right field. Anchovies makes the catch, 1 away.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the delivery boys, only to get the 1, but still, that is a net positive. You had to get something going, especially after blowing the opportunity in the first inning.
The late game has been Phillies Rock bread and butter this entire series. It'll be up to McDonut to try and just keep this game where it is, give his bats the opportunity to wake up some more, and create a comeback on his road to a reverse sweep. The 3-1 here to Strong. Curveball in the zone. Catches that corner. Payoff pitch. Fastball down the pipe. That's not where you want it. It is crushed to deep center field. Say goodbye.
The fastball up and in has clearly been a money zone in this series for Phillies Rock. It's exactly where that one was. That was crushed. And the run is erased. The progress erased.
Phillies Rock getting that run back with just an absolute bomb to center field. No doubter off the bat. Payoff pitch, and it's this fastball in the zone. You got to think that's what you're sitting on. And instead, it might be back-to-back here as that one is crushed to deep left field, and it's gone.
Off the top of the shack. That's Season 9 Corruptions territory out there. That's a bomb. Another bomb. Like you said, back-to-back. And he's rolling. There may be some Yucca Valley Yellowfin here in the fans here in the stands starting to pour the drinks a little bit.
Getting on their feet. They are ready. That one's ripped. So home run single after the first out of the inning. Yellowfin looking to keep this inning going. Like we were saying, this late game is where the Yellowfin offense really starts to explode. Pineapple tense, still in the game as that cutter is chased. Jalapeno with a good dive is able to somehow corral that ball and make the throw at first. Runner gets to second, but 2 outs now. Curveball high and away, just a bit high. Carno Dismal, who's having a really good postseason despite being in the 8th hole, 407. That's going to be over the head of Bell Pepper. Another run's going to score for the Yellowfin. It's off the wall. A 2-out RBI double cut off by Motzi Cheese. There might have been a play there if he throws a second.
Yeah, this is shades of game number 2 at the Motor Yard where it was a late offensive explosion from the Yellowfin. I think that's kind of what we're seeing here again. The inning is going to end, but a 6-run deficit.
And he's going to end, yes, barring any defensive errors like we saw in game number 3. He does make the catch, 7th inning stretch here in Motor Yard, but it is all Yucca Valley as they head to a 7-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch in the zone. Good dive from Crawford for out number 1.
Doing it all here is Phillies Rock. He smells championship berth.
Phillies Rock has not dropped a game so far in the postseason. If he were to hang on to the 7-1 lead and deliver a victory here, he would go as another dive by Crawford. This time the opposite direction, out number 2. But yes, Yellowfin looking for a perfect postseason. They would be 7-0 going into the World Series, no doubt looking to prove themselves as the number 1 seed and deliver a AAA World Series title. The 1-2 here to Ham Slice misses just a bit inside. 2 outs, nobody on. The delivery boys trail by 6. That one down the pipe is ripped to center field. Plenty of time for Patel to settle under it, makes the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. The Yellowfin just absolutely dominating.
Yeah, 16 hits to 5. Honestly, I'm shocked the score isn't more out of hand. 6 runs still doable for McDonut. The way Phillies Rock has pitched tonight in particular, or really since the start of game 2, this is going to be a tough ask.
Here's a curveball missing the zone, and that's ripped towards center field. Bell Pepper ranges over, makes the catch. That's out number 1. Brings up Salvador Patel. And the Yellowfin, like you said, just 6 outs away from punching their ticket to the World Series, and McDonut's bats just haven't been able to deal with the pitching of the Yellowfin. That one inside, swung on, grounded to Jalapeno, picks it up, throws it to Sausage, out number 2. Mojo up for Pineapple, back to neutral. Shaking off that 7.04 ERA, backdoor cutter in there for a strike. Gonna go with the inside curveball. Strike 2. Before trade activates for Crawford, the number 3 batter swings at that one. Weak contact, grounded to Cheese, picks it up, a 99 power throw. Plenty of time to get the out first. So a 1-2-3 inning. Lineup will turn over here for the delivery boys as time runs out to make their delivery.
And we've seen some innings like that in this series from McDonut, some very well pitched innings, but then it's just kind of gotten away from him at times. And Phillies is someone you can't have a lapse of focus against.
And that one's piped down the middle. Ickbutter just can't catch up with it. Owens finds the inside corner there. Strike 2. Amari Owens now in the game as that one misses just a bit inside. Good patience there from Ickbutter, who's off the bench as Pineapple's day is done. Works the count full. Composed trade activates for Owens. The payoff pitch. Down the pipe. Swung on and belted to center field. The delivery boys put up another. They make it a 7-2 ball game, as they're saying, never say die.
Never say die indeed. I don't expect McDonut to just kind of lay it down here in these final 6 outs potentially. But he's got the top of the lineup. Let's see if he can put people on in front of 3 and 4 hitters.
Owens, 6 pitches thrown. That one right on the corner for a strike. Leadoff batter, Spicy Jalapeno. The 0-1 misses outside. Try to do what he can against Owens, who's had a very good postseason so far. Gets under that curveball, maybe just a bit high, might have been a strike, we'll never know. It's lifted to Patel in right field, that's out number 1. Brings up Anchovies. 1 out, nobody on. Delivery boys trail by 5. That pitch misses the inside corner. Anchovies stepping out, just taking a moment to breathe here. They know that there's an order placed for a win. And they're trying to make it happen. The 2-0 here to Chovies in there for a strike. Good off speed.
It's not delivered within 30 minutes. Phillies Rock gets it for free.
The 3-1 to Chovies misses outside, so Anchovies draws the walk. I believe that's the first walk drawn by McDonut since the first inning bases loaded situation.
Yeah, it has been a while. He easily led the AAA in walks, if I'm not mistaken, in the regular season. No surprise there on that walk. Now he's got ground beef and Ian Sausage, but he just struck out looking. You can't do that when your season's on the line.
3-pitch strikeout, ground beef, caught chasing on the second pitch of that at-bat. Lays off of that one well in the zone and just can't make it happen as Ian Sausage crushes that curveball into center field. It's a nice little single there, however, and won't score a run. But first and second with 2 outs for the number 5 batter. Anita Slice, 0 for 3 in game number 4 so far. That first pitch, changeup, misses low.
He's going to have a miracle ninth. He must score something here to take the edge off.
1-1 in the zone is late, swung on and missed. The 1-2 from Owen, strike 3 called, couldn't pull the trigger on the inside corner.
Phillies dancing around the strike zone with every pitch in the arsenal. That looked like a screwball, but I think it was a changeup. Just nasty.
Yeah, McDonut just unable to pull the triggers. That one's belted. Deep left field. Does Phillies Rock get another one back? No! Hand slice with the robbery. What a jump.
Incredible jump to keep it a 5-run ball game. That first pitch, that was a bit of a careless forkball, in my opinion.
That curveball, Mozzie Cheese makes a dive, and another spectacular catch by McDonut. So 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch swinging, dribbles it foul down the third base line. The 0-1 high fastball, not offering. Here comes a curveball in the zone, taken for a strike. That's strike 2. 1-2 forkball off the plate. Phillies Rock takes it. Cole Villarreal in the box, curveball in the zone. Strike 3, ring him up.
Here we go. Bottom of the 9th. Both Phillies Rock, the back-to-back in Season 8 and Season 9 most improved player leading into a Season 10 long Balo Award. Does he make his first World Series?
Just 3 outs away are the Yucca Valley Yellowfin from keeping this perfect postseason alive, but the Delivery Boys will not go quietly. That's a leadoff single ripped up the middle. El Pepper stepping up into the batter's box. Omari Owens' stats going down. He is done. The BB-prone K-Man steps into the game. Going to try to close things out for the Yellowfin and send them to the World Series. Jimmy Renette on the mound. That fastball swung on, way underneath it, popped up on the infield. That will be out number 1.
And now a potential ground ball could send the Yucca Valley Yellowfin to the World Series.
Ham Slice going to do everything in his power to avoid that season-ending double play. That one, 99 powers, ripped into right field. Will it hang up for the right fielder? No, it won't. That'll get down for a single. First and second now with 1 out. Another opportunity for McDonut. He cannot squander this. It is his last chance. Do or die here in the bottom of the 9th. Annie Unn is coming in to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. High and inside, gets that corner, strike 2. K-Man activates for Renette. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed way inside and way late on the swing. Nothing you can do there for McDonut. 1 out away are the Yellowfin.
Yeah, on your feet, Phillies Rock fans. The time is now.
1-0 now to Spicy Jalapeno. First and second with 2 outs. This one's ripped towards left field. That's going to get down. Another bases loaded situation for the Delivery Boys, this time with 2 outs.
And the tying run steps into the on-deck circle in the form of, I believe, ground beef.
This is exactly the type of part of your lineup you want in this situation if you are the Delivery Boys. Your very last chance to stay alive in this postseason. 2 outs, a 2-1 to Anchovies. Gets the inside corner for a strike. The 2-2 to Chovies. Swing and a miss! And it's the Yellowfin punching their ticket to the AAA World Series. Congratulations to Phillies Rock.
Yeah, congratulations indeed. What a dominant showing. There was some very close games in this series. It was a sweep, of course, but I think just a little bit closer than that would indicate. But yes, like you said, as we move into the post-game chat here, a well-deserved congratulations for Phillies Rock. Just a remarkable progression through his career. When we met, when you and I met him, he is from some of the older days, even older we joined, but he was a AAA player in season 8. Only won, I want to say, 7 or 8 games. He was the most improved player, named the most improved player based on his previous experience, but then he proved about twice as much going into season 9. And then this season here in season 10 has put it all together. He made himself best hitter, looks better on the mound. And he's got to be happy tonight because last season he was a bit of a lower seed that found his way into the Final Four, a wonderful semifinals, 7-game semifinals with Pizza Volcano. It didn't go his way in Game 7. He had a very unfortunate injury earlier in that game to his starting pitcher. That's all in the past. Present series.
He's in the World Series indeed. We were just 4 wins away from being the AAA World Series champion. We still need to find out who his opponent will be, however. We've got Rainey and the Mississippi Moons taking on Wishbone and the Astronauts. That series is currently tied at 1 game apiece. A bit more, like you said, it was a sweep for Phillies Rock, but the games were a little bit closer. However, there's no arguing, I think, that the series between the Knots and the Moons is already a lot closer in terms of parity right now. They are tied at 1 game apiece. Both games very close. They could swing either way for these two teams. What are your thoughts going in right now but for that semifinals and the potential World Series matchups?
Yeah, game 1 last night between Rainey and Wishbone was a very close game at Red Rock. Wishbone flexing his pitching a little bit, won that game, I believe, 2, maybe 4. And then in game number 2, it was a classic. They went extra innings. There was lead changes in the first 9 innings. It all led down to a Rainey walk-off in a late extra inning. Very good game saw last night. They have rescheduled this. It is not going to be tomorrow. I know that was something we announced in the Discord, that they were AAA games every week, but tomorrow will be off. I believe they're gonna play games 3 and 4 on the weekend. So stay tuned to that. We'll have the continuation and eventually conclusion of that series. The winner is going to play Phillies Rock. And, if you're Phillies Rock, I'm not sure who you want. Do you want season 10's best pitcher in Rainey, or do you want season 10's second best hitter? I mean, pick your poison. I think either way, it's going to be a great World Series.
And personally, I think if you're Phillies Rock, after taking down McDonut, who was a very formidable player in the AAA this season, Rookie of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, I don't feel like, depending on who, like you said, pick your poison between Rainey and Wishbone. Either way, I think Phillies Rock is going to do the best he dang well can against either of those two teams. And he has, I would say, the advantage against either one of them. His batting is just simply unparalleled. And if you look at the scoring between Rainey and Wishbone, it's not going to be necessarily can your pitching put a lid on the offensive output. It's can your offense keep up with what Phillies Rock is able to produce. And I think that the onus goes a little bit towards Wishbone with his offensive output. But then you look at Rainey and his ability to pitch very well and manufacture those runs in close games. Both very different methods of playing the game and securing those wins. And if I'm Phillies Rock, I'm keeping my eye out. I'm definitely watching those semifinals casts to pick up on the nuances between those two teams, and going to figure out how to do his best against whichever one he ends up facing in the World Series. But for Phillies Rock, congratulations on making it that far. You're just 4 wins away, dude.
4 wins away, but yeah, like you said, very interesting two very interesting matchups. Either way you slice it, both Wishbone and Rainey committing, the 5-bar speed. They have killer lineups. The biggest difference is Wishbone has 6 total bars committed to the pitching staff, whereas Rainey only has the 4. Granted, 2 seasons in a row has won the Von Asen, so for him, it's not so much about the attributes of the pitcher; it's more sequencing, the location, etc. So
The execution.
yeah, so 2 pretty different styles. Wishbone, a big home run hitter. Rainey, like you said, more about the small ball, has blazing speed and loves to use it. So Phillies, he probably has a preference. I don't know what it would be, but
I'll have to ask him.
they're 2 distinct players, so that it's going to be a different experience either way.
Either way, it's going to be very interesting, and we're going to have to find out who Phillies Rock will face in the semifinals when that is cast this weekend. That's going to pretty much do it for us here. Once again, congratulations to McDonut, even though he did get swept tonight. Congratulations on winning Rookie of the Year and a fantastic run, both in the regular season and in the postseason. Making it to the semifinals in your very first season is no small feat. So we tip our hats to you, McDonut, but congratulations to Phillies Rock for making it to the AAA World Series.
Yeah, congratulations to McDonut. Congratulations to Phillies Rock, his first ever World Series appearance. Thank you, Florbell, for joining me here in the booth tonight. Thank you, everyone who watched. And of course, thank you to our content creators, Mickey the Trailer Guy, who made the promo that plays before all of our casts for 2 full seasons now. We've had that. Of course, Urban Legend voiceover with the voiceovers for casts also for 2 seasons. Any parting words, Florbell, before we call it a Wednesday night?
Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you, Weaver, for being my partner tonight on casting and for allowing me into the booth with you. And just want to let you all know, click that Discord link to join our community, learn more about the exact scheduling for that semifinals matchup, as well as the AAA World Series and the XBL World Series, which will be coming in hopefully the following week or week and a half. We'll be getting those underway, and if you want to stay up to date and know exactly when those games will be played, make sure to be in that Discord. We announce everything that's regarding scheduling. In any case, thank you all so much for watching tonight. We hope you have a wonderful, wonderful night. We'll see you this weekend for the conclusion of the AAA semifinals. Until then, stay safe and healthy out there.